William Busbridge was born in 1893 and initially spent time in a Christchurch orphanage before being adopted by Northern Southland farmers Jimmy and Louisa Busbridge. He grew up on their farm at Freshford near Waikaia and went to Wendonside School before advancing to become a dredge hand at Waikaia. He later moved to Dunedin and was working at Nees and Scott Furniture Makers when war was declared in August 1914. Will volunteered for overseas service immediately, training initially with the 8th Southland Company of the Otago Infantry Battalion. He was one of a small number of Southland men who went with the advance force to capture the German colony at Samoa, but returned early enough to then join the main body of the New Zealand Expeditionary Force when it sailed for Egypt in October 1914. During further training in the desert near Cairo in January 1915, Will was transferred to a new unit, the 1st Field Company of the New Zealand Field Engineers, as a sapper. At the beginning of April, he was struck down by a serious case of diarrhoea and almost missed the Field Engineers deployment with the advance guard of the amphibious invasion of the Gallipoli Peninsula on 25 April 1915. He returned in time, however, and duly landed at Anzac Cove on the morning of 25 April, going into action preparing trench positions for the successful defence of the initial landing zone. Thereafter, the engineers remained busy with the development of SAPs, firing positions, and other essential infrastructure for the continuing Anzac presence at Gallipoli. On 22 June, he would have enjoyed a concert put on in the reserve position behind Quinn's Post. The next night, however, the Turkish artillery bombarded the Anzac positions relentlessly for an hour, and Will was killed by a blast of shrapnel. He was buried by his comrades at the beach cemetery that night, aged just 20.